Alright everyone, so my name is Nomian on the Arc of Truth, and we just got a message from President Donald Trump through Twitter back on Easter, which was yesterday. And just before I get into it, I would like to say I hope you guys had a very good Easter. I really do. Now, to continue on, Donald Trump actually mentioned in his tweet that there was a caravan from Honduras hanging up to the United States through Mexico, and it's carrying over 1,500 illegal immigrants from, of course, Honduras. Obviously, they're trying to get away from the high murder rate that Honduras is well known for, and some of the corruption and stuff. But the problem is, they're doing this in a way that is illegal. Hell, I'm pretty sure. Hell, Mexico basically just let them come in through, and the organization that's basically supporting this is called People Without Borders, which is a really weird name considering that a lot of people, especially in Europe and in Africa and in a lot of places, try to define themselves as borders, try to separate themselves from other people, as a way to distinct themselves in terms of ethnic identity. That's kind of how a lot of these lines in terms of borders are actually drawn. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So what they're doing. So according to his tweet, he has decided that as a result, DACA is officially off the table for the Democrats. There will be no deal to allow an extension of DACA or anything like that unless they could actually further support him in building this wall. Although he has said before in his tweet that he may propose funding the wall through the United States military, this is actually another play as well, because he is looking south of the border, not just at the border, but literally into Mexico, because they're the ones who are allowing this to happen. In fact, they are basically prior to from this video, they were just allowing this caravan to simply do whatever the hell it wants. Basically, it's crossing Honduras through their whole border wall, which is kind of ironic if you are Mexico, because they're the ones who are known to be full of illegal immigration, yet they have this big wall, and yet they're somehow enforcing it, that's kind of funny. But again, this message was for Mexico as well as for the Democrats, because he does not want these illegal immigrants to come in to the United States, even if they have been through so much. In fact, Donald Trump specifically wanted to put pressure onto Mexico to try to stop this from happening, to try to maybe arrest some people or do something. That was part of his message in his tweet. And I kind of find it funny because actually, of all places, BuzzFeed, I know, it's the cringiest network out there, basically said it's trying to disband the caravan, and God, I can't believe they actually did this. They're allowing some of these migrants to basically, let me see here, they're basically allowing them, a few people, to seek asylum. And this organization's claiming victory, although it's kind of stupid, because this is what they're talking about is Mexico, not the United States. And while there are some people who are still trying to head up north, it's pretty much a lot less people. And again, it's not. This is Mexico we're talking about. It's not really the most suitable place. It's not really. It's not like a Haiti at all. Absolutely not. but it does have its own share of problems like cartels with poverty and corruption and that sort of thing. But I find it funny how they claim that this is a victory in Mexico, despite the fact that it's been one of the places of illegal immigration. Hell, it's basically like the route to get up to the United States. That's basically what illegal immigrants use. Not all of them, but still. And it's really funny that way. But again, I think that this was the result of President Trump's tweet. That this was the result because he was trying to put pressure onto Mexico. He did not want this caravan to come near the United States unless they have already signed the paperwork and are applying for a citizenship status or maybe like a green card visa or something like that. But no, that as far as I know, that's not what they have done. This was an obvious tactic by President Trump to try to put pressure on Mexico. And to me, it seems to have worked. But this one caravan still doesn't leave doesn't change the issue at the moment. The problem of illegal immigration is still there. There are still several caravans that are probably gonna be occurring. Hell, there have already been a few that have actually occurred, but not as in greater number as 1,500 people. In fact, I think they were around a few hundred, but not like 1,500. Maybe like around 500 people to make a guess. But yeah, this one caravan has officially reignited the issue here in the United States, and I think it's reigniting the issue in Mexico because since the United States pushed pressure onto Mexico, this has also become their problem. And I think that this is going to be one of the things that will actually help President Trump try to build support for the wall. Obviously, he's not getting that much from the Democrats. I mean, they have been constantly pushing against the idea of a border wall, despite only giving Trump $1.6 billion. But still, he is continually fighting for it. And I think that because of everything that has happened, will eventually turn the support of the public to the president to support this wall. Maybe it already has. I don't know. I don't really have a poll on that as of right now. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was a bigger call for not just increased border security, but a wall, especially a border wall. And again, this caravan just reignited the issue on immigration, and I think this is going to be one of the main topics. Just like in 2016, this will be one of the main topics in the 2018 midterm election, and it will decide the fate of the Senate and the House of Representatives. And considering that Republicans have a big advantage when it comes to that topic, I am certain that if this were the only issue brought up throughout the entire midterm, the Republicans would dominate. Because if there's one thing I know, the Democrats do not really have a good platform other than basically an open border sort of policy. And from what I can tell, Americans are not liking that. They absolutely do not. And I think that will show in the midterm elections coming up in November. My name is Noah Meehan on The Arc Truth. Please post comments down below, share this video, subscribe, and like this video. See ya.